And doing good. Beautiful Saturday. Great to be safe. Appreciate everybody checking in from the chat. Already seeing cities pop in. So make sure you hit us with an O now and let us know where you're checking in from. Chico, today was practice 3, but it was practice 1 in pads. And you know how it is, Chico. You played the game. There's a lot of bravado in the weight room. There's a lot of bravado doing strength and conditioning. People saying, I can't wait till I get pads on and I'm going to do this and you're going to see this. Well, today was pad day.
Yes. And for all the freshmen that are just getting there to Colorado, of course, I'm going to go back on my experience. I remember being a freshman in college and one of the senior offensive linemen, shout out to Big Larry, coached me about 6'1", 320 pounds. And he was talking smack during the workouts before pads. And he was like, all right, when them pads get on, it's going to be a different story when them pads get on. And better believe when the pads come on, it's a different story out there, especially for the offensive lineman and D lineman who's going to be battling each and every practice going full speed pretty much, so to make themselves better. So what was some of the things that you saw out there today on the first day in pads?
I love the energy. I love the attention, to detail. I love the conditioning. These guys are, quote unquote, through Coach Swayze's program, showed up for spring practice in the best football shape that you could be in. Of course, nothing gets you in football shape like playing football, so there's still going to be some growth there, but you can tell they're well conditioned. As you said, the pass is going to be down there in the trenches. And, of course, on the offensive side of the ball, the running backs feel it more than anybody because you're kind of tagging off and thudding on the receivers. Of course, you're not touching the quarterbacks at all. A lot of times it could be open season on those running backs. They're going to feel it a little bit. So it was energetic out there, good attention to detail, good passion, no injuries. You always want to get through practice with no injuries. And so got a nice, well-deserved day off tomorrow.
Good. But next week going to be a little bit different. Not to jump ahead too much. We're going to go back and recap practice once again. But next week's schedule is a little bit different from this week's schedule, right?
Yeah, it will be. This week was Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We're going to practice on Monday. I expect after that a curveball or two from Coach Prime because that'll be going into the spring break. And so he's going to want to maximize some things and make sure that they leave here as well conditioned and ready as possible. Because, you always get that little drop off when you come back from a week off. So the guys will be on their own, but they'll be working out on their own for the most part. But when you get out of this Colorado altitude and you get away from the structure, it's not a complete start over when you get back, but it does, set you back some. So I imagine this week going into Monday, we'll practice Monday, and maybe some schedule change just to see how that shakes out before everybody gets out of here for spring break.
Well, I will say this. Every player, with spring break coming up and, practice, listen, going into the weekend, you should be doing a little something. Don't just sit at home, be what they call it, what is something on the couch?
Couch potato.
Couch potato is something else, but I was trying to get to. But couch potato will work. Don't sit at home and do that. At least
get moving,
Chico? Do something. Yeah,
Chico, it ain't couch potato. Take your time. I really want to hear what the hell you was going to come up with. I don't care if it takes 30 minutes because the saying is couch potato, but you saying it's something else that you had it by. I can't wait to hear it. What?
It's another term out there. Chat, help me out. It's another term when they say sitting on the couch or sitting on the couch.
Bump on the log. I've heard bump on the log, not on the log. Couch potato.
I think got to be bump on the log because I was about to say a log on the couch and I was like, that don't sound right.
No, log on the couch mean you're prairie dog and you need to get up. It's time to get up, dog.
Let me drop a log on the couch, man.
You got to get up, dog.
See how fast we. Let's come on right back to the practice. You were able to get some quick interviews with some coaches up there, some staff members. Also, we had a good friend, MDJ Original, there on campus. As we were supposed to have him on the show yesterday, he was arrived on campus yesterday when we were supposed to have him on the show. But you were able to catch him giving Coach Prime a nice gift out there.
Yeah. Our main man, sponsor of the pregame show, sponsor Big Dog Chico, sponsor of the morning run, outfits us with a lot of gear. You can always see his banner across the screen there, MDJ Original, where y'all can order from. He was in town at practice, so took a moment after practice to present Coach Prime with something, and we got a clip of it.
There it is. Let's bring a little audio in with it, too.
You got to go. You got to go. It's right. What's up? I got that. I'm working that. Matter of fact, it's getting cold this week, right?
Yeah.
We got a cold front coming in. I got you.
Sent you one of these. I know you got this.
Yeah, appreciate it. Put it up. Thank you, sir. I'm so thankful. I don't take this type of stuff for granted because this brother didn't have to. From the beginning, he's been 100. He's been a blessing. He's been all that and a bag of chips. And I thank you for just God using you, man, because you blessed so many of us, and I'm sure you're blessed to be a blessing, and I'm sure the blessings have returned.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, look, look, Coach. Since Jackson, I got laid off today, so you don't know the story.
No, I don't know.
So you was your last game with Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Falcons Jackson.
Yes, sir.
I just got laid off.
I think he went into the story right there about back in Jackson State, right?
If you stop talking, they can hear it.
Yes, sir. Here we go. So it's like right in that time.
And he ain't just making the jacket. He got the license.
Yeah. He in the bookstore. He in the team store.
They don't play that in Colorado. They don't play that here. You got to have a license. You just can't bootleg and do your thing. Not right here. It would be a cease and desist. And somebody going to be knocking. Hey, come on in here. So I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you.
So had Chico not stepped on it, what Melvin was saying was, hey, Coach, right before you extended the courtesy to me to do jackets and get licensed with Colorado, I was doing it for you at Jackson State. And as fate would have it, like I got laid off from my job, and the next day got a call from you about, getting licensed with Colorado. So they were just having a conversation about how the universe work and, God don't make no mistakes. But Melvin, MDJ Original, good guy, man, was in town working with the school on some stuff, and then, of course, presented Coach Prime with that fire jacket. MDJ Original, y'all look him up. Put that code up on the screen, Chico, for us if they try to go get something. You got that handy?
Let's see here. How about that? MDJoriginal.com.
Yeah.
You can go use the code UNC and Chico over there and get you 10% off on whatever you order right now. Not right now, but right now. You got to go fast.
Custom jackets, custom hoodies. His stuff is here in the team store. Got some the hockey jersey style y'all see me wearing come from MDJ Originals. Y'all make sure y'all support Melvin out of the ATL. Was here in Boulder, Colorado, dropping off some goodies.
Yes,
My goodies.
Go ahead.
No, because you go clip it. No, you go clip it and use it against me.
I want to see you do the Sierra moves up in this thing.
I bet you did.
Shoot, let's go to another clip, Unc. You could introduce this one right here as we got Coach Andre Hart.
Yeah, I spent some time today, and y'all make sure you check out tomorrow on the pregame network. We're going to take you inside sights and sounds of today's practice, today's team meeting, and all that. But was able to talk to a couple of coaches, Coach Hart, Coach Peco, General Manager David Kelly, about just their thoughts on the first day for spring practice with pads on.
Pads, third practice, first day in pads. What are you looking for from your linebackers and defensive general?
I'm looking for confidence to play physical, to play fast, to have some excitement about being in pads. That's what you always want to see as a coach and a former football player. That first day of pads, man, to be excited to be out here. And I think when they bring that energy, that's gonna elevate the whole defense. And we're gonna get to the ball, and we're gonna give Coach Prime exactly what he wants and what the Buffs want, which is the effective defense.
Smart, fast, tough, physical linebackers making plays across the field.
I would say this, Chico, while you freeze down on the linebackers, man. It was one of the groups last year where, don't get me wrong, you had one or two bright spots, one or two highlighted players, but as a unit, consistency was off in that group. It is a much improved group, much improved room this year. Whether it's Jeremiah Brown and who got out of the portal and chose to stay here, some new guys coming in, and so the linebackers look good today out there with the pads on for the first day. I think defense always kind of has an advantage day one, or as practice gets going. But I like what Coach Hart has in his room now and what he's getting out of them.
Yes, me too. Shout out to Goldberg, Bo Simmons, JB, Hughes, and all the rest of those guys out there. I think what Coach Hart wanted to do was add some athleticism, a little bit more athleticism, sideline to sideline type linebackers to this squad. And I think that's what he has. And it's going to be showcased this spring and throughout coming to the fall also.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, JB made some outstanding plays out there today for the first day in pads, coming from hash to hash, getting all the way to the sideline, setting the edge, pushing the runner out of bounds. Showed the speed, showed the intelligence, the patience, the acceleration. Really has worked on his body and the speed in the offseason. He looked good today, day one. And then shout out, man, to the chat, to Carlton Webb, to Mo Cushions, everybody who's talking about DJ Chico talking over the record like they used to on the radio.
I actually used to do that too.
Hey man, damn, we want to hear Kenny. We want to hear Elder Bars. We don't want to hear you.
You want to hear turn the song down and say something. Bump on a log. That's it, guys. Okay, we're going back a little bit.
Yeah, I've heard it before. I'll allow it.
All right. So also our newcomer coach, Big Domata Peco, the big defensive lineman coach, working with Coach Sapp out there. Like I said, the offensive line, defensive line, really going after each other in drills. And let's see what Coach Peco had to say in his exclusive.
Just free with the first day in pads. What are you looking for out of D-line today?
Oh, man, I want to see them going out there and striking people, shedding blocks. And every time it's the first day of pads, man, you want to come out there and set the tone right out the gate. So this is going to be a great day for our guys. You love when you put the pads on. You know what I mean? When you don't have pads on, it's fucking a lot of finesse moves. But now it's time to bring that power out, see who can have a great anchor, see who can stop the run, and see who rises to the top here.
That's first day in pads. Also the first day you got the hair down.
Oh, thanks, man. Yes, sir. Got it out today.
Coach Peco,
soft spoken on his hair on that bottom. Which one was you trying to do?
The video stopped there, man. Coach Peco, of course, seemed like he might be soft spoken, but you can see some of that fiery once the drills get going and once that defensive line is out there playing ball, right?
Yeah, and then when you had the ones and twos going against each other, once we got to the scripted practice, the real plays of the practice, you got that fire. I think that. And you can speak this better than any of us, or better, at least better than me, Chico. It's a cultural thing, his people are brotherly and lovely, and like he's always Mr. Energy and positivity in the building. But I don't want people to get it twisted and thinking that that's the way he coaches. Like don't get that Samoan smile and that kind energy and everything is brother, twisted. When it's time to light the fire on the guys, he likes it.
Damn right. He couldn't have lasted 14, 15 years in the league had he not had that fire.
Well said.
And yes, along with a lot of other Samoan brothers out there, just culturally, it's going to be all about family. It's going to be all about respect, first of all, and it's going to be love. So, but don't let that fool you, because if you bring it out of them, it'll come out.
And Chico, you know how old now is spreading through the chat and thereby around the world. Let me tell you what's spreading through the building since Coach arrival. Oos.
I bet. Oos. Shout out to all my Usos about everybody Oos. Yes, brother.
It's either Oos or Big Oos. Like he gonna
Big
call
Oos.
you one of them.
Damn right. That's just like saying if in our culture we say bro, my ninja, brother. It's saying the same thing. It's out of it's a term of endearment, so to speak. So I'm happy that we have him there, man. I'm happy for the things that he could bring to the defensive line and this whole team, period. Just like you said, that's permeating through the building and going through the team and everybody latching on to that. And well, what does that mean? And once they understand what it means, they see and feel the love from that. So, I think that type of, positive energy will help out and go through this program and have a positive effect on it also.
Yeah, I think he and Hilo both, have a style of coaching from a place of love. You don't hear a lot of the coach talk as in cussing and downing somebody. Is always uplifting and motivating, but it's in your face and aggressive. There's nothing soft about it. And I think the guys have really, been able to tune into that style of coaching and listen to it and be uplifted from it. And you could tell that they've really bought in, want to run through a wall through this new coaching staff, because it's the way they've gelled Chico in this short amount of time. It doesn't even feel like it's a new staff, because you can't tell that they just started coaching together this spring.
Yeah. And you see him out there being personable with the players, calling them by name. Like shout out to Big Tawfiq. I hear him out there, let's go big feek, let's go feek.
Yeah.
He's calling him feek, just like, you know, it's adapting that. And when you have coaches like that, man, it's not just coming at you from a, you know, a rearing or discipline or yelling at you type situation. Not saying anybody else was that, but, you know, just from experience. And if you now transition to a coach that's coaching out of love and just trying to teach you and have that respect for you as a player, as a man also, but they want the best for you, you're going to respond to that as a player. Well, most players are going to respond to that. Anybody who want to make some, you know, elevate in their career, I think they will respond to that in a positive way.
Chico, let me tell you this, because you've been a player, you're also a father.
I've been a player.
Yeah, well, I meant like a football player.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
The jury's still out on how much of a player you are. But a football player, we got film evidence of that. But
Those
player,
are just jokes.
but player, I don't know if you know player, but you know.
From
Yeah,
the
but my
Himalayas?
point was, where I was going with that is, people don't follow people they don't like. Like if it's one thing to have a person that you call uncoachable, like the kid is not coachable, but you also have to look at the coaching style, and are you a person that people like? Like, you have to be likable to lead. You could be stern, you could be, you know, a strong-handed disciplinarian. You could be a matter of fact, no gray area guy, but you have to be likable for people to follow you. And that same thing happens in these coaching rooms. Like, if you're not liked as a coach, it is going to be hard for you to coach. If you're not liked as a teacher, it's going to be hard for you to teach. That's just the dynamic of it. You have to find a way, you know, to navigate that system. That's why you have assistant coaches and graduate assistants, because it takes different styles to reach different people. And somebody in the room may be tuned into this style, and somebody else, that style turns them off. You have to coach people from where they are. But the key point, people don't follow who they don't like.
People don't follow who they don't like. That is facts on top of facts. Shouts out to you know, a video that we posted kind of went viral about the offensive line and how that three-headed monster is going to work in the room. But we know that Coach Gunnar White is the head offensive line coach with help from Andre Garrard and Big George Hageman. And I saw him step in. I was watching the well-off footage from practice yesterday. I like how Coach George stepped in and had his voice and telling all the guys that all we have to do is keep working, and we're going to get better each and every day. We got to work together and take advantage of these type drills where we're going team and group and one-on-ones to get better. But I think that goes to the point that you were saying in previous videos about how they all can have one voice.
Absolutely.
Although it might be coming from George or Coach Dre or Coach Gunnar. It's all one voice still, though. No different from the defensive line last year with Dancy, with LSD, as you called them. That'll get you high.
I don't understand what people can't understand about that. Like, we've seen this work.
Yeah.
Right. Like, when you looked at last year's defense, you have Rob Livingston as the defense coordinator, and you clearly had D. Lewis, the D-line coach. Well, you had Sapp coming in as a consultant analyst on the D-line, and you had Dancy doing the edge rushing. It was three of them coaching different components of the D-line. But who was the D-line coach?
Coach D. Lou.
It's the same thing in the offensive line room. And we spent some time in the offensive line room this morning. So look for that footage and some in-depth analysis of those three coaches and the way they coach in that room coming out tomorrow on the network. But that was a great analogy that you drawed it up there, Chico, to just compare it to last year, where you had three coaches coaching the defensive line. You got three coaches coaching the O-line this year, but one of them is the head of it.
And here's a little nugget for you guys out there.
Uh-oh.
If you look at, I would take a bet, $100 to 1. If you go look at, and you just take a random pick of any of the FBS schools in college football, they're going to have a head offensive line or defensive line coach, and they're going to have 2 or 3 assistants with them. The difference is you might not know their name like you know the names of these guys that's there with the staff that Coach Primus put together. They're not going to have a Hall of Famer as a assistant like we have Coach Sapp is on the defensive line. Pass rush coordinator, should I be exact with that? So I just want to make that point. Everybody has multiple coaches at different positions, but the quality of them won't reach the level of Colorado.
Well said. And you have that prime effect. You know what? Anything that's in the orbit or gravitational pull of Deion Sanders getting a lot of attention. And so here we are on a live talk show for talking about spring camera fail, talking about spring ball.
It happens,
And we're
guys. It's
talking
live.
about the offensive line coaches. There's no other school in America where somebody's going to sit around and go, I wonder who the assistant O-line coach is. And there's no other place in America where the assistant O-line coaches are going to be two people who played a decade or more in the NFL.
Exactly.
Like, when you talk about no ego, amigo, look at who is in this room helping, man. Like, it's phenomenal.
That's what you call all hands on deck, right? And you know what? That goes back to who the head man is. You got to want to come and work with and for the head man. He got to be likable. He got to be respectable. And that's what Coach Prime is. That's why he's able to assemble the staff the way he has, the quality of the staff the way he has. So there's another shout out to Coach Prime, and shout out to all the staff, as Unc would say, no ego amigo, who's out there coming together, forming like Voltron to make this thing happen in Colorado.
Ooh, form the legs. I'll form the chest. I'll form the arms, and I'll form the head. Ain't nothing like Voltron, man. Tiger Voltron was the best Voltron to me. I ain't like them cars too much.
Quick fact. I never watched Transformers for real.
I understand. It came
You
on
probably
cable.
could tell, huh? You probably could tell.
Came on cable.
It came on cable.
Yeah, so you wanted to
see
watch
that, man?
it. You wanted to watch it. Don't act like you was too mature for it or something. You wanted to see it. You just couldn't see it.
No, I told my mama I'm outside thugging. We don't need cable. That's all. Shout out to Lil Boosie. Oh, now to Coach DK. Go ahead, introduce us, Unc, to this next clip we have from Coach David Kelly.
Hey, man, let me tell you something about David Kelly. He is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
You took that that's the first thing I thought that came to my head right there.
Man, like, he could be a star in you know them blaxploitation movies in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, he could be, because I mean he is Billy D. He is Fred the Hammer Williams. So like, he is all them cats.
Yep.
David Kelly, he serves as the general manager for Colorado football. Deep experience in college football, man. Head coach in Atlanta High School, where you met Prime, been in Florida State, been in Oregon, all over. But he's here now as the general manager of the Colorado Buffalo. So I asked him about, hey, we're getting going, Pat's about to be on. What's your thoughts on it?
Coach David Kelly here. Coach, this is our third practice, but first one in pads. From your football experience,
hey, pause it right there, Chico. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna pull a you on you. I ain't want to talk over it. Did you see him look back? That drill early was getting real close to us. He was like,
Kelly here, Coach.
He like, oh, now. Watch him look back.
Hold on. I don't want to get ran over out there.
I tell you what we've had thus far, I can tell you from the first two practices, is a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy. You can feel this is the third year of our regime, because you can feel the camaraderie of the players, the character of them, the quality of it. You know, let's keep it real. The elephant in the room, everyone wants to see how we perform without Travis and Shador. Well, hey, that's a challenge to all of us. I can understand why people feel that way in that regard, because they were tremendous for our program and building a foundation. But just watch. Check out the Bulls this year and what's going on. But today, I expect another spirited practice. I'm extremely excited about the coaching staff that Coach Prime has put together, and we're looking forward to the Buffs continuing to arise as far as college football.
Oh, now Coach DK. Yes,
Smooth.
indeed.
Man, you wish you was cool as DK. Hey,
yes,
for a lot of y'all have heard DK, but you don't see him.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you hear Coach Prime speaking of the morning prayer taking place, you hear somebody in the back going, talk to him, Coach. That's right. That's DK, boy. DK stand right there by that door, and he gonna go, talk
I think
to
Coach
him,
Prime. I think Coach Prime shared an interesting story about meeting Coach DK and how he became connected with him. Do you know that story, Unc, that you can share with us?
Yeah, Coach Prime was with the Falcons then, and Coach DK was coaching in Atlanta High School. Forgive me for my AT aliens out there not remembering the name of it, but they had won a championship, and Coach Prime saw him in the paper, reached out to him, didn't know him from Tom Adams' house cat, and said, hey, man, I want to meet your players and do something for y'all. And they established a relationship since then. And look at all these years later, they reunited in some coaching circles. And I reminded Coach DK of something that he had forgotten about. At Jackson State, Coach Prime had put together a coaches retreat, and I'm talking, man, it was NFL coaches, NFL general managers, you name it, and they were speaking to Jackson State coaches via Zoom, like teaching things. And there was a couple of coaches who showed up in person to do it, and one of them was David Kelly, and he was talking about, the logistical part of college football, and how college football has another management level, to help things move and taking stuff off the head coach's plate so the head coach can just coach.
Right.
And I reminded him, I said, man, do you remember you volunteered 3 years ago to do that coaches retreat? And like, look what happened 3 years later. He said, man, that hadn't even occurred to me, the connectivity there. I was just doing it, out of a servant's heart. And so he's just one of those just good guys, been in college football a long time, knows ball, knows organizational football, operations and logistics. And you'll never see him without that notepad. He's going to pull out that back pocket. He's going to write it down.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear about it.
Man, everything you just said right there and how Coach Prime met him and then recognize, the character of this guy. And hell, you can feel it even when you're in the same area as he is, his energy, his intelligence, just his demeanor. And, that respect is warranted there from Coach David Kelly. I think that just shows the relationship, how far relationships can go with Coach Prime. Relationships, period, how far they can take you when there's a good relationship that you have forged out there. And,
one of the things, when we go back even to that gift from MDJ Original,
yep.
Coach Prime said, man, now here's a guy, look, y'all. Coach Prime wanted a jacket, he can go buy a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Coach Prime go buy a jacket store if he wanted to. But you heard him say, I don't take this kind of stuff for granted.
No, dog.
Like somebody going out their way to be kind to me, not having to do this. I recognize that this guy don't have to do this, that he wants to do this, and he ain't doing it looking for something. Like he's doing it in support. And that's that same thing when Coach told me, man, I was sitting in the locker room, reading the paper, and I saw where a local school in Atlanta, City Limits Atlanta, won the championship. So I just called the school, asked to speak to the head coach. Like they wasn't boys or nothing,
Right. And from there, that's how it started. So once again, man, you guys getting some exclusive, very informative insights right here on the Morning Run, courtesy and presented by the Pregame Network, right here on the Pregame Network channel. Also, you can check us out on Big Dog Chico's channel, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the other good stuff. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and everything else of that nature.
I tell you this, Peco, one of the things I love that GM Kelly brought up, Coach Kelly brought out was like, look, let's face it, y'all. Let's talk about this elephant in the room. Everybody wants to see what we're going to be like without Shedeur and Travis.
Yes.
Like that's going to be the talk of this spring. That's going to be the talk of this summer. That's going to be the talk of the first 3 or 4 games of the season. So let's address it now. Let's go. Like he doesn't run from tough conversations. Like start the conversation.
We know what's going on here, but what Coach Prime and his staff has set up is once Shedeur is gone, we got some guys who can come in and who is talented enough to replace him. Young freshman in Julian Lewis and a 5th-year senior in Kay Salter.
Both of which look good today.
Both of them.
Yeah, they look good. They both look good. The funny thing happened at the end. Juju did have a picky through, and the picky through was, I think, him against the twos. And so at the end of practice, and again, y'all will see this later on, at the end of practice, Coach Brown said, hey, who had a great day, y'all come on up. And they were pushing Jeremiah Brown from defense and pushing other players. And somebody offered said, man, Juju. So when he got out there, Juju's like, no, I did throw a pick on him. And Brown's like, man, go get that thing on. You can't today.
I can't wait to see that, man. But I think that showed the competitiveness also of Juju and what Coach Prime is expecting from him. They're not going to take it easy on him, and I don't think he's going to take it easy on himself.
It was one of the younger white quarterbacks, Braden Keith, who got the pick. And so when they were celebrating Braden, Juju was like, "No, he the one who got the pick on me." And Prime was like, "Well, you get out of here, then." Like, we need to be hosting him, or not you,
right? Shout out to Braden out there, man, and everybody else out there making plays. Y'all do y'all thing. Get ready for it. Each and every week, we will be bringing you guys some recaps and updates right here on the Morning Run. Unc, we have anything else we want to go to?
Did we get Swayze? Did I send you Swayze?
Nah, I didn't get Swayze, but we do have the one and only Phillip Dukes getting ready to check in right now.
Good.
Let's see if we can
While
bring.
Dukes is checking in, I'm gonna send you Swayze. How about that?
Okay, that's a bet. What's happening then?
Yo, what's happening?
Dookie?
What's happening?
Duke's out there
Yeah, man.
making
They've
some
been
moves
asking
in
about
these
you in the
streets.
chat. We stole your X-Men flared up.
No, man, I got that shit fixed, man. I mean, oh, my bad, it's Saturday. My bad, it's Saturday. My bad, sorry, y'all. It's Saturday. And now I got it fixed, man. My bad. Like now, I had I had an appointment, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I had to.
Look how he looking around.
Because he in the trap. He gotta look around.
Yeah, now I'm 1,000% on Bankhead.
Shout out to Bankhead Coat.
1,000%. I just I'm right here in the middle of it, on everything I love.
Campbellton Road.
Are you starting to see spaceships on Bankhead?
Nah, boy, super sober on Bankhead, buddy. you cannot slip over here. You hear me?
Yeah.
Watch out for the water boys coming up to you. AOG, AOG.
They right there. They right. Man, watch this.
No.
And the water boy so damn aggressive. Hold on, watch this.
Hey, OG. Shit, you can't do 100. You can't do 100. Let me get a blue face, OG. Get a blue face.
Yeah. Let me get a strip.
Yeah, they call it something different nowadays. Blue face might be a little bit old for me. What they call it now?
Scripts.
Scripts.
Yeah, let me get a script.
That dude's got
With
his
the
head
on the Morning Run Live special episode, because the team practiced on this Saturday, so we wanted to bring y'all a special Saturday episode. We have Duke checking traps in the trap, college farm.
Yeah. What 1,000%? Hey, matter of fact, look, you want to see something? Hey, Chico, you remember what dude had got the fight with the gas station man?
What?
You remember what the dude in Atlanta? They got the fight with the gas station.
You know what? It's viral. It went viral or something, didn't it? Wasn't that a BP?
Yeah. Hold on. I was at the Valero. I'm finna walk in here now.
Okay. Man, somebody, I guarantee you, somebody might come up to him. Somebody gonna come up to him and ask him, "Do you want some? We want to buy some?"
Oh no, bro. I know where I'm at. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm on the west side with College Park, sir.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Valero.
Oh, they're real exclusive. Real exclusive.
09 in the chat.
What's up, my boy? You good? You on the show? Tell everybody what's up, my boy.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Now? Say oh now. Say oh now.
You gotta say oh now.
Oh no.
Yeah. Only in that level. What's up? What's up, my boy?
Oh no. Oh no.
There's a renovations in there, ain't it?
What's up? Yeah. They did right by that, man. All straight.
Look like they dropping the ceiling in there.
Yeah.
You know, they always doing some construction in some
now they start asking me for the 3.5. Hey, get on up out of there, you know. Don't mess around with the YNs. Stick and move.
Yeah, stick and move.
Dude went there, put a Twix and a Rolaids in the pocket and walked out.
I'm sorry, bro.
Man. Dukes, real quick, like before you get to going on them streets for real, man. Do you have a thought about today's first practice in pads in Colorado?
Man, I can't wait to see the aggression that comes along with it. Like, I just want to see who biting. I can't wait to go back and look at the video. I know Uncle Neely got some great looks on the pregame network, and I just can't wait to see the aggression that comes.
Uh-oh, did we go silent?
No, I think he just lost the signal now. We can't hear Dukes.
Probably got connected to the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Yeah, you know, he in the Phantom.
ATL shouted. Let me see if I got that Coach Swayze before we make another move right quick.
Yeah, do that.
No, I don't have it right now. I don't see it. But we know Coach Swayze is going to have them boards ready. I heard him say we're going to have the fastest team in college football. And then I thought about it. I was like, if you think about some of those Miami teams, they were the fastest team, some of the fastest teams in college football at the time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the dude's track record is his track record. I started calling him DM, and he said, "What that mean, Coach?" I said, "Difference maker. You done made a difference around here. Like you can see it. You can absolutely see it. I just dropped it to you then, Chico, from another format. It might go a little faster then.
All right, manual sound man right
there. Yeah, sound man. We ain't seen the sound man working a month of Sundays, as old folks say.
Sound man said